The era of earning is over. This is now the era of receiving, of attracting, of allowing, of being. And I know you know what I'm talking about. But this is a very subtle thing, a very slippery thing that is so easily overlooked and forgotten. Because I don't know about you, but I was raised in a paradigm of needing to work to earn, do to deserve, prove to belong, struggle to get anywhere or to gain anything. All of this is totally backwards, and it's so much simpler and easier than we've been conditioned and, in a way, fooled into believing. Because this is all about who you're being. And that's not on the other side of something that you do. Not any more than it is just a choice to be that, to shift into that, to feel into that, to become that right now. And I know you've experienced this. This is alignment, right? When you are in alignment with that frequency, that feeling, that state, that reality, then everything that's aligned and in accordance and a match for that reality comes to you effortlessly. So this whole game has been turned inside out. And that's why it's not about earning anymore. It's an old idea, one that requires a lot of effort, a lot of proving, a lot of compromise, a lot of struggle. And that's why it's so exhausting, is not because of the action, but because of the belief behind it, that we're not already that we don't have access to that it's not available here and now within you. Because again, everything that you desire in its most essential form is a frequency, it's a feeling within you. And so we have been taught to go into the world with our doing, with our action, to try to get that feeling in a form, in a symbol. But now that we know better, now that we know the truth, now that we've awakened to who we truly are, you can't fool yourself anymore, thinking that you're getting somewhere, that this is going anywhere, that you're actually going to gain anything, because it's all already within you. And so now this whole game takes on a whole different flavor, a whole different tone, a whole different quality. It's a lot more playful now, isn't it? It's a lot more fun when you remember and when you start from there. Because what happens when you allow yourself to feel what you desire right now, before you act, before you create, before you do anything? What becomes available to you? What becomes possible for you when you allow yourself to feel it, to be it right now? And here's the other thing, is that in all of this programming, we have been conditioned to feel guilty and shameful for allowing ourselves to feel that right now. You know, in a world where everyone is striving and doing more and compromising themselves and trying to get somewhere, trying to be someone, it is a kind of guilt trip, right, that we put onto each other to just be happy, to just be free, to just be joyful, for no reason other than for its own sake. Isn't that the beauty of life, is that you can just be? It's all already within you. But we have also been taught to kind of undermine that, disbelieve in that, distrust that. Right? We've been conditioned to think that that's not enough, that we're not enough, that we're not worthy of that state, that feeling, that reality, here and now. That experience is your own creation. It is through your focus, through your will, through your own allowing and surrender into that feeling, which also requires to surrender all of the limiting beliefs, all the notions of a world that tries to convince you that you can't feel it now until you've deserved it, until you've earned it, until you've done something to prove that you can feel it. So these are the things that we're working with right here, right? It's about letting go. It's about releasing. It's about surrendering these old concepts and allowing ourselves to feel into that which we desire. You know what you want, especially when you allow yourself to let go of these limiting beliefs. And so what is it that you truly want? And every time the mind comes up and says, well, you need to work harder and then you'll know, or you'll get it. Or, well, you need to take care of this person or these people and then you can focus on you. If you just drop all that right now, you just say, thank you, mind, but no thank you. And just be here right now and open up to this question. What is it that you truly desire? And whatever symbol or experience or form comes to your mind, feel into the most essential quality, feeling that represents. Perhaps it's love. Perhaps it's joy. Perhaps it's abundance. Perhaps it's freedom or fulfillment or purpose. Perhaps it's connection. Perhaps it's empowerment. All of these things, all of these feelings are within you. And we've given cues to the forms and the manifestations around us to allow ourselves to feel it. And then through that repetition, through that experience, we start to think that actually I do need to wait for that to arrive, or this person to show up, or this confirmation, or this approval to then allow me to feel it. But actually right now, that love, allow yourself to feel it. Open your heart right now and see how much you can get beyond that shame and that guilt and that fear. And allow yourself to be just overwhelmed by love. Overfilled with love. See how much more you can amp it up right now. See how much more subtly you can tune into your heart and expand that space beyond the contractions and the limitations. See how much more filled with love you can feel right now. Notice that it's possible to just through your focus and your intention, open up more and more to that frequency of pure love. And this is kind of the baseline frequency. From here, anything becomes possible. Because when you allow yourself to feel love, receive love, be love, now you've got access to everything else. The joy, the abundance, the courage, the spontaneity, the adventurousness, the playfulness, the generosity, the honesty, the availability, all of these beautiful qualities of what it means to be alive, vibrant, connected as a human, they're all right there when you allow yourself to open up to the love that's within you. And so now maybe you want an experience of abundance. Well, what would it feel like right now in that self-love to receive abundance? What would it be like to look around you and everything that you see is a confirmation, is a sign, is a symbol of that infinite abundance that life is? Life is flourishing everywhere around you. It's reminding you that everything you want is already available to you. If you're only to allow yourself to feel it, to recognize it, and to embrace it, to receive it. You see, this is one of those things that even when we start to allow ourselves, right, open up to it, because of this shame and guilt, we often stop there and then resist or block ourselves from actually receiving it. We can see it and we can appreciate it in others. We can appreciate it out here. But when it comes to actually receiving it, there's a bit of like a, ooh, yeah, but I'm still not worthy. And that's why I'm saying this is so subtle. The programming runs so deep. These conditioning is such a familiar pattern that we will very subtly undermine ourselves and sabotage ourselves from actually receiving and therefore manifesting, creating the reality that we desire. So it begins by allowing, opening up, feeling. But it really starts to all come together when you receive it, when you claim it, when you own it. That's when the magic really starts to happen. And that's when you can take that feeling and that inspiration and that joy and that quality and put it into action. Because action is not a bad thing. Action is a beautiful thing. And in fact, it's a necessary thing. But action as a proving mechanism, as a doing mechanism to get something, to get somewhere, to gain, that's totally backwards. That's undermining the whole process. But when you start from the end, so to speak, when you start from the feeling, when you begin from the frequency, then the action that is inspired out of that feeling is the path of least resistance to the joyous, adventurous path, the journey that is the unfolding of that desire, which is already fulfilled in the feeling, but now gets to be actualized as an experience and as an externalized experience. Right? But now that we see the truth and we feel what we already desire now, then the unfolding is just another joyous thing to experience, because we're not losing sight of the fact that we already have the feeling. We already have the actual thing that we want, which is actually what we are, and that this is not really going anywhere. In terms of space and time, it seems to be unfolding and going somewhere, but that's not a gaining for you. It's not really a getting for you. It's just an experience. It's just more of being. It's just more richness that you get to live. That's the beauty of this. This is so powerful, and it applies to everything. But it begins with simply relaxing into this moment, right? That state of relaxation where the mind is quiet and still, the heart is open, the nervous system is calm and regulated, and it's almost like you could fall asleep, right? This is what Neville Goddard talks about, the state akin to sleep, right? This is where everything in the subconscious is programmed to begin with. And that's why it's recommended that you do these sort of visualizations, these affirmations when you're in this state, when you first wake up or just before you fall asleep at night. It's because that's how this is programmed into the subconscious. So whatever it is, more relatively speaking, that you want to manifest or create, this is the state that you do it in. This is how you do it. You open up to the feeling, because that is the reality. That is congruent, that is in alignment, that is a match to that symbol. And when you become that feeling, and you live from that feeling, and you allow yourself to receive in that feeling, and then you act on the inspiration of that feeling, then you can't fail. Because you've already got what you want, and now you get to have your cake and eat it too, because the journey unfolds all around you, and it's just an adventure. This is the playground of this new game. This is the joy of this new way of being. And it's only you that is the obstacle to that. No matter what anyone around you says, that it's not true, that it's a load of crap, that it's just woo-woo nonsense. You see, this is the conditioning of the world. This is the status quo, which everyone is operating out of this fear, this guilt, this shame, and we don't want to let go of it, because who are we without it, right? Such an inherent deep sense of unworthiness that stepping into something new, stepping into something beautiful, stepping into the truth is actually kind of scary. And this is where the more you lead vibrationally in this new reality, the more you serve humanity by being an example, a living demonstration of what's possible. Not needing to get something before you feel something or be something. Not needing to prove anything before you feel that worthiness, that belonging. You see, now you're sovereign. Now you're whole. Now you are aligned. And as that creator, you are free. You are a powerful being. That, I believe, is why each and every one of us are here. And if you're enjoying this month in August, I'm opening up a very special new experience. It's going to be a Telegram group for 4 weeks where I'm going to be sharing voice notes and video clips and stories directly to this group. It's going to be intimate, it's going to be raw, it's going to be high vibe, it's going to be fun, it's going to be like a party. And in addition to that, there are going to be 3 live calls where this frequency that we've been exploring and feeling and opening up to, that's going to be the main premise. And from there, we're going to attune to this frequency, each call, and allow magic to happen. Allow things to come back online. Allow ourselves to be activated. Allow ourselves to be inspired, to act on that inspiration, to be living demonstrations, living testimonies of what it means to be an aligned creator, to create from your heart, to be free and fulfilled and rich, to live a rich life, a wildly rich life. And so if you're interested in this, comment rich down below and I'll send you a link where you can join the wait list for this wildly rich club, which is going to be such a unique experience. And so if you're resonating with this, and I think it's for you, and I'd love to see you in there, because this is going to be the most fun, the most freeing, the most fulfilling, the most powerful, and the most transformational experience. So again, comment rich down below and I'll send you a link where you can learn more and join the waitlist.